how to follow a chord progression like a pro, going from a 1 chord to a 4 chord in a typical blues. A 1, 2, 3, 4, and to D, and lick. And real slow. Hello friends, and welcome back to Swiftlessons for another quick lead guitar tutorial. In today's session, I'm going to be showing you how you can follow a chord progression just by visualizing a couple of scales and also a chord shape. So we're going to get started reviewing the scales. It's going to be the A minor blues scale and the D major scale. Then from there, I'm going to show you how to play this lick, which is basically just one measure of music that takes you from the 1 chord in a typical blues progression to the 4 chord. Let's get started. Okay, a close look at the fretboard, taking care of a couple of prerequisites, learning the source scales and also the chord shape that I'm visualizing as I'm transitioning from the 1 chord to the 4 chord in a typical blues progression. Okay, so the first scale that you need to get down is the A minor blues scale. Looks and sounds like this. Okay, so that was 5/8, 5/6/7, 5/7, 5/7/8, 5/8, 5/8. Put all that together and we have. Okay, now, the next thing that I want you to learn is just how to play some of those notes in what we call the lower extension. So a lot of you are probably blues players, rock players, you jam in the pentatonic scale all the time. Very often we like to scale down and then access this little thing that we call the lower extension. Okay, so it's just this 4-note position here. On the low E string, 3 and 5, and then on the A string, 3 and 5. Now, a lot of players, as they get down into that lower extension, they find themselves landlocked. So this lesson is also going to show you some other things that you can do while you're in this lower extension position and how you can kind of break out of it. Okay, so we have our blues scale. We have our lower extension. Okay, now the next scale that you need to get down is the D major scale in what we call C position. Okay, this is a C chord up a whole step, which makes it a D major chord, and surrounding that chord shape we have the D major scale. Okay, so A string 5th fret, onto the D string we have 2, 4, 5. Then on the G string we have 2, 4, and then on the B string 2, 3 to finish up an octave there. Okay, so practice those scales because we're going to be using them alright, to put together that lick. Okay, now one last thing that I want you to picture, other than scales, is this one chord shape that's going to be very, very useful. And that is the D7 chord shape played in its C position. Okay, so a C7 chord up a whole step. 5th fret of the A string, 4th fret of the D string, the 5th fret of the G string, and the 3rd fret of the B string. Very often when I'm soloing, I'm not just picturing scales, I'm picturing the chord shapes, which tends to lend toward more melodic possibilities. Okay, very good everybody. If you have those source scales and also that chord shape memorized, then you're ready to start putting those tools to work and learn this lick. Okay, this is going to take you once again from the 1 chord to the 4 chord. It's just one measure of music. Sounds like this real slow. Okay, so it starts off, you're descending down the minor blues scale into the lower extension. Okay, so we have the 7th fret of the D string. And if you want to, you can hammer up into this note. Then we're going down to 5, and then walking chromatically. 7, 6, 5 on the A string. Down to 3, gonna stack 5 and 5, A string to E string. So far you have. Okay, then we're going to play 3-5 on the A. The D chord's about to come in, so I'm going to start trying to accommodate it. All right, I'm going to the D string. I'm going to play 2 up to 5. Now, these two notes right here are the same notes that you would find in the A minor blues or pentatonic scale, but they're also in that D major scale. Okay, so we're starting to transition and start thinking about the major scale in the key of D. So far you have. Okay, now here's where we're going to accommodate the incoming D major chord. I'm sliding from 3 up to 4, and then playing the 3rd fret of the B string. Okay, and those two notes, like I said before, are inside of that D7 chord shape. And as you become more advanced lead guitarist and a more complete guitarist, your phrases are going to start to accommodate chords. And not only that, but your phrases are going to start to have very specific usages within your solos. Okay, so this is a lick that I play just for a 1 to 4 change. Okay, one more time. Let's take that lick and let's embellish it just a little bit. We're gonna add in some hammer-ons and also some slurs and slides. So. All right, let's play that again real slow, then I'll break it down for you. Okay, so we had the hammer-on. Down to 5. All right, now we're going to change this up. We're going to play the 7th fret of the A string, then a hammer, pull off, slide action. So that was 5 up to 6, back to 5 with a hammer pull, and then sliding down to 3, and then from there, the lick is going to be verbatim. Okay, if you're looking for a more advanced version of it. So, put all that together and we have real slow. So make sure that you can count these 2 licks. If you're going back to the more basic version, that's all triplets. 1 enda, 2 enda, 3 enda, 4 enda. 1 enda, 2 enda, 3 enda, 4 enda, 1 end, as the D7 chord comes in. Counting is very, very important if you want to be able to learn a lick and then immediately put it to use in your solos. All right, very well done, everybody. You've got that lick down. Now we're going to practice it nice and slow. I'm just going to play that 1 to 4 chord change for you. It'll be a measure of A, go into a measure of D. Just practice that lick, try to get it into your fingertips. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3, and A, and D. Keep it going. One more time. Alright friends, thanks so much for checking out this lead guitar tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. As always, big thanks to my supporters at patreon.com/swiftlessons. I hope you're enjoying all those extra resources. And thanks to you guys, I got many more lessons coming up, so keep checking in. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.